Hi everyone, here is Expert Chess. We are just actually analyzing the Hikaru Nakamura versus Brandon Jacobson, which Jacobson actually tried to match Hikaru Nakamura by 1A4. So he just played a very strange and unusual move in the opening. So maybe he wanted to outplay Hikaru Nakamura in the opening, or he wanted to get him out of the board. Okay, this is the actually round 10 of World Rapid Championship 2024. Here we have Jacobson Brandon versus Nakamura. So let's get into the game. Please don't forget actually to give the thumbs up, like this video, and please also sub to the channel. That would be just very encouraging. So let's begin. We have a4, so e4, e5, and knight to c3, and okay, we see bishop to b4 by Naka. So and here goes knight to d4 and takes. So we have castles and now c3. So we have don't think we have ever seen this kind of positions, but we have bishop to e7 from Naka, and here we just bishop to c4, and after d6, knight to e2, knight to e7, knight to d7, and here we have d4, so hitting the center this way and also controlling the c5 square. We have c5 after castles by Brandon. We see queen to c7, and here d takes on c5, knight takes on c5, and here we go a5. So Brandon plays a5, so he wants to later maybe play b4 to keep this knight. We see bishop to g4, and after f3, bishop to d7, bishop to e3. So this is kind of nice position is for bishop to a2, and here if actually Brandon can some implement this kind of structure, bishop b1 queen c2 is just having a nice position here. Hikaru Nakamura actually here played the move b5, but the move was just rook h8. But anyway, let's go to the main line, b5, bishop 2, because this is just very complicated game. After bishop to a2, you actually can't take this because of the move b4. Sorry, b4, and I just show you b4 just takes a piece, wins a piece here. So that's why rook a to c8 was played, and here we see queen to d2. So until now, Brandon is having nice position here. No problem with his position still. Rook f to a8, and here we see b4. So actually, the plan worked against Naka. Knight to a6 we see, and here we see rook f to c1. The better move was just rook a to c1 to defend this pawn. Also, it's just knight on e2 is doing an excellent job defending this, but adding defender is not a bad job here. We saw rook f to c1, and here queen to b7, and Naka's maybe plan is to play bishop to f5 in future, but we see queen to b7, and here we see c4 break from Brandon. So takes, and here we take with bishop. So it was not possible to take with this or this because of the oh, sorry, pardon me, rook a to b1 we have in this position, and this is just game over. So this pawn on b4 is not takeable. So knight to c7 was played, and after the move a6 was, which was a nice move from Brandon. We see queen to b8 and knight to c3, and here this pawn is again not takeable because of bishop to f1, and here the threats are always in the hand of Brandon. So this pawn is also very strong. So any rook infiltration on the b7 and taking on a7 is very dangerous. So that's why actually queen takes on b4 is not possible here. Nakam actually played a very nice move, knight to a8, just hitting this bishop here. We see knight to e4, so defending, but a better move here was actually to go bishop to f1, and now we have nice threat queen to f2 and to hit this pawn on a7. But after, let's go to main knight. After knight to e4, we see knight to b6, bishop to f1, and rook e to d8 was a bad move by Naka. He could actually trade the pieces, trade the roots. After rook c1 rotates on c1, here rook c8 and another exchanges, and the position could continue like this. Uh, okay, but in the he didn't play rook takes on c1 as I just told you. Rook e to d8 was played, and here we see b5, another very nice move from Brandon this time. b5, and here Nakamura decided to play counterplay on the king side, so he played the move f5 hitting the knight, and maybe he will go f4. After knight to c3, we see bishop to f6 and knight to a4. And an inaccuracy from Brandon. Here he could have played a to b1 to just strengthen this pawn, and he would have a nice position. But he played knight to a4. We see trace of roots. Queen takes on c1 and rook to c8, attacking the queen. So he gave Naka another chance to survive this game. So after queen to d2 and bishop to d8, bad move again from Nakamura. He could actually try knight takes on a4. After he takes, then we just go, as I just said earlier, f4 to just threat this bishop. After, for example, bishop to f2, bishop to d8, and here we wanna go bishop takes on b5 sooner. For example, if you play something like this, bishop takes on b5 is possible. If you play rook to b4, then bishop to a4 just brings your uh, rook and queen 2. So after something like this, then sorry, rook takes on b5 is brother. So bishop, bishop takes on b5. Then queen takes, and this position is just equal. If you take, then yes, come rook c1 check. If king to f2, then rook a1, and we just controlling this. If you can't play this because of this check, and I will just take your rook. So, but actually, in the game, bishop to d8 was played instead of knight takes on a4, bishop d8, and now queen to f2. Here Brandon played nicely, and he's just threatening bishop takes on b6 or knight takes on b6. We see another blunder from Nakamura, rook knight takes on a4, rook takes on a4, and here rook to c7 defending this pawn, and rook to b4. Now white tries to push it, and here we see f4 from Nakamura. Bishop to a7 was a very nice move by actually Brandon. Rook takes on a7 after b6, rook a8 b7, rook a7, and queen f2 we see. So this bishop is nice regarding the pawn on a6 also. And here we see g6, bishop to d3, not king. So the threat I believe was actually maybe taking on this. I don't know, maybe. But no, it was not a serious threat. I planned. Bishop to d3, let's play king to f7. And here we see king to f1, bishop to a5, rook to b3, rook to b1, sorry. And here after bishop to d8, queen to b3, bishop to a5, rook to c1, bishop to d2, we're taking the rook, rook to c6, and other very aggressive move from Brandon. So as you know, as you are just saying, watching is this rook is just completely trapped and cannot do anything. So rook to c6 was possible, and here we see bishop to e3, and here queen to b4. We are just threatening to take this. Bishop to c5, and here actually I don't understand why just Brandon didn't sacrifice his rook. He could just end the game very quickly after something like queen to b6, right? Yeah, queen to b6. And now we are just threatening d6 and maybe queen to c7. It's just completely lost. It is very funny. But queen to a5 was played, and here we see king to a7. But here, can't we just play something like this? No, we can't, because it just takes. Still we can take, because after here, or we can just promote, or just take, promote. You play rook c7. Now this is not just this, but because you can't take this way. Okay, anyway, but here we see, as I just said, bishop c5, queen to a5, and here we see king to e7, and now queen to c7. Nice. So rook to a8, desperate try by Nakamura. We see queen takes on b8, and here rook takes on b8, and rook takes on c5, and other nice brilliant sacrifice from Brandon. And at this moment, Nakamura decided to resign because after d takes on c5, we just have a7 after rook takes. This is just winning forward. Hope you enjoyed this video, and that was a very nice outplay by Brandon Jacobson with 2400 FIDE. Was very nice was having a very nice performance over the board in the World Rapid Chess Championship 2024. Hope you enjoyed this video. Please give it a thumbs up. Actually write this video and see you next time soon. And please make sure that also sub to the channel. That would just be very encouraging for me to put more interesting videos. This would just give me a lot of energy. So see you next time. Bye for now.